Alright, my name's Cadet Richard Smith.
This is Cadet Jesse Austel.
And this is Tank Defender. Okay, so right here we have our first open main menu. You have three options: New Game, Manual, and Quick Game. So first we're going to go to New Game. So in New Game, you have the difficulty selection menu. First we have Recruit, which is very little enemies and they're pretty weak, and you have a very powerful gun and low health. Next up is Veteran. Enemies will be more frequent, heavier, and you'll have less health. Tank Commando, even more enemies, even less health, and it's very hard. And Lone Wolf is next to impossible. I don't recommend trying it unless you're really good at video games.
Alright, in this section we basically have all the background info you need to know about this game. Under instructions you'll find what this game's about and why you're playing it. So in this Tank Defender, you're set in World War II era, and you're a lone survivor out of your entire battalion. So you're tasked to defend 4 hospitals while all the enemies are trying to attack it. So you have a lack of ammunition and lack of other players, hence the reason why you're the only person on the battlefield.
Okay, so next up we have the controls manual. In here you have both fire, one for clicking and one for holding down the F button, which is your machine gun. To move, you use the WSDA keys, and to quit the game, you press Q if you want to quit in the middle of it.
Alright, for our last manual, we have the difficulty settings just for you guys to look at in case you don't have other people like us telling you what it is. Recruit is our easiest, recommended for children or just lower age people, and it goes all the way up to Lone Survivor being the most difficult, and we have yet to beat that. The only way we have was by alternating the code to make unlimited fire, which you might see a little preview of at the end.
Okay, so next up you have a little preview of the gameplay. This is on our Recruit, the easiest level difficulty. This is me playing. So if you notice the cursor, you notice how it has a yellow circle around it. As it turns blue, that's when we click. And then you can notice when there's a lot of fire, just like you saw right there, that is our machine gun. You'll see that throughout the video. We're still working on the machine gun. So another thing that we want to do is switch up the graphics for the machine gun. As you can see, they're all the same. We're going to switch that up though. Alright, next you'll see a zoom in of when a enemy hits the field hospital, and you see when it happens, the health bar decreases, as you just saw. So for right now, you're going to see a lot of gameplay and it's sped up, which is pretty cool. Our target audience for this video game is pretty much all ages. It's a lot of fun and it can be enjoyable for a family setting or if you're just gaming by yourself.
Alright, next we have the next difficulty. As you see, the amount it takes, just the time increases with the frequency of appearance. You still have the same machine gun and also the regular fire rate, which doesn't run out of ammo. The main distinguisher between the difficulties is the different graphics of the tanks. As you can see, they obviously look different on the veteran mode. Next, on the Tank Commander, it's once again another graphic, same weapon as always. And this one only has, it's gray with one howitzer launcher, I believe. And you also, if you notice, your health bar is decreasing dramatically at a much quicker rate. And this is finally the Lone Wolf setting here with 2 howitzers on the front of the tank, higher frequency as well as lower health points.
Additionally, you'll notice that as you increase difficulty, the frequency at which enemies are spawned increases dramatically, and that zoom in right there showcases the machine gun firing. It could go out in a wave, as you saw in that little snapshot there. And then additionally, at the bottom of our play and defeat screen, you also have the amount of tanks that you defeated.
Alright guys, here's that little preview we were talking about when you mess with the code a little bit. It's actually pretty fun. You can get unlimited bullets and just mow down some enemies.
Also, we wanted to hit on the things that we want to add into our game. Alright, so we plan on adding in a level system so that after you beat the 1 minute and 30 seconds playtime, you can move on to other levels and maybe even have a boss in at the end. And we also want to update the graphics. I'm Cadet Richard Smith.
This is Jesse Austel.
See you next time.